Why do we need cockroaches? Obviously, each of us has asked this question at least once. At the sight of these insects, many people literally panic. Every housewife does everything possible to get rid of these monsters. Below we will consider not only why we need cockroaches, but also to what negative consequences their complete disappearance can lead. Wildlife and nature lovers will be interested. Role of cockroaches in nature. You've probably heard more than once that nothing is superfluous in nature. And indeed, all creatures on our planet play an important role in the ecosystem. The extermination of any animal, bird, insect, or sea creature can have serious consequences. The same is true for cockroaches. What cockroaches are for? Did you know that there are about 7,500 species of cockroaches in the world? Many of them serve as food for amphibians, birds, and even humans. So if you look at these insects from a different angle, the question why do we need cockroaches will fall away by itself. According to modern scientists, the extermination of weevils and cockroaches can negatively influence the way of life of about 10,000 species of animals, rodents, reptiles, and birds. It should be taken into account that some creatures, for example, emerald cockroach wasps, simply will not be able to survive and will cease to exist. Cockroaches that live in the wild eat plant and animal debris. It turns out that decomposing remains release nitrogen. And when the insects eat them, they contribute it to the soil along with their feces. Researchers say that if the soil will lack nitrogen, it will cause irreparable harm to vegetation and, consequently, to animals. It is an interesting fact that of all cockroach representatives, only 1% live in people's homes and cause them harm. However, on the whole, they are a very important link in the ecosystem. The cockroach as a food resource. In some states, cockroaches are a real delicacy. Curiously, they contain 3 times more protein than chicken meat. Recently, more and more establishments have begun to appear in European countries, where visitors can see cockroach dishes on the menu. For example, in England in restaurants people often order Madagascar cockroaches fried in oil and seasoned with garlic and pepper. They are said to taste something like bacon. There are many farms in China where cockroaches are bred. Not only do they go to various cafes and restaurants, but they are also canned. Insects are a real delicacy in countries such as Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and some South American countries. This implies that, at least in these regions, people do not have a question as to why they need cockroaches. An interesting fact, nutritionists advise people who want to lose weight to eat cockroach pate. It contains a large amount of protein, while there are no fats. Cockroach medicine. The position today in China is actively engaged in breeding cockroaches, which are used in the pharmaceutical industry. They are used to make a special powder for treating hepatitis, burns, and heart disease. In addition, cheap protein and amino acids are produced from cockroaches. 1 kilogram of insects costs about $16, for which reason the average annual income from the cockroach farm is $20,000 to $30,000. In America, insect-based powder is used to feed aquarium fish. And in Russia black cockroaches are used to make a medicinal tincture. It is used for kidney disease, tuberculosis, pleurisy, bronchitis, and even to treat cancer. An interesting fact is that not so long ago European pharmacies sold the drug pulvistaricane. Doctors prescribed it for patients suffering from lung and heart disease. Jamaican healers treat cancer and skin diseases with a paste made from cockroaches. And when it is necessary to get rid of worms, folk healers cook the insects together with sugar. Cockroaches for dropsy. There is an old recipe for a tincture for dropsy, which is as follows: take 1 spoon of grinded into a powder of black cockroaches, 4 to 5 grams, pour this powder with 400 milliliters of vodka and insist in the heat for 3 days. Drink tincture of 1/4 of a spoon 3 times a day. Breeding ornamental insects. We found out why we need cockroaches in nature, but why breed them at home? Most often engaged in breeding Madagascar cockroaches, which, incidentally, are the largest in the world. They are unpretentious in food and can live in terrariums. Their average length is 60 to 70 millimeters. As a rule, insects serve as food for reptiles, tarantulas, scolopendra, and other creatures. Interestingly, ash cockroaches are fed to animals with diseased liver as a non-fat dietary product. In ancient times, cockroaches were bred for gambling. You may have heard of cockroach races, which were very popular in the Roman Empire, Egypt, Turkey, and other countries. Running cockroaches. A certain Kurd Shahin Fiza kept a cockroach farm with about 500,000 running cockroaches. He made a fortune, but journalists later found out about his underground business. Recently, American experts suggested using cockroaches in rescue operations. A microchip, sensors, and microphones were attached to their shell. Thanks to their small size and good speed data, cockroaches were able to penetrate into the most inaccessible places. This allowed rescuers to know where people were under the rubble and could even determine how they were feeling. We hope that this article has helped you answer the question of why cockroaches are needed and what important role they play in the lives of plants, animals, and humans. If you enjoyed this article, please share it on social media and subscribe to the channel.